You're watching Toon Army TV. Welcome back to the channel. This is the match review. It finished at the new White Hart Lane. Tottenham 1, Newcastle United 1. I can't believe what I've just watched. Newcastle United somehow have sneaked an equaliser in the last kick of the match. Callum Wilson scoring from the penalty spot after Dyer in the 95th minute was judged to have handled a Carroll header. When a free kick come in, Carroll headed down, it hit Dyer's arm. It looked really harsh, but VAR, they checked it. They asked the referee to go and check the monitor, and he gave a penalty, and Wilson dispatched on 95 minutes, and we gave Tottenham no chance of potentially getting 3 points, and Mourinho walked down the tunnel in disgust. I'm going to take it. We deserved nothing out of that game. We did not deserve anything. We were awful for 94 minutes. We offered nothing in that game. I said in the preview, I'll take a draw as long as we play well, we show some great determination. And in that first half alone, we were on the back foot. We should have been 4 or 5-0 down. Tottenham hit the post, they hit the crossbar. Darlow was making double saves. He was keeping us in the match. Darlow was definitely man of the match by far. And if it wasn't for him, let's be honest, there's no equaliser in that second half. There really isn't. It's 6s and 7s. The defending was just tripe all over the place. And they say in football, yes, you can be dominated in a match, but if you wait and you defend well and you go on and be positive like we did in that second half at times, then you will get an opportunity. And we got that in the 95th minute of all times for Tottenham to concede. And let's be honest, I just did not give us any hope after that first half showing. You're looking at the starting lineup that Steve Bruce went with. He went with Carl Darlow and net. The back four, Javier Manquillo, Federico Fernandez, Jamal Lascelles and Matt Ritchie. In the midfield, Isaac Hayden, John Joe Shelby, Jeff Hendrick, Miguel Almiron, Joe Linton and Callum Wilson. Now, I don't know how Jeff Hendrick started that game because I thought he was awful. Jacob Murphy should have started, in my opinion. I thought he's a better all-round player. Had a great game against Morecambe and he was positive. And let's be honest, you look at that first half alone, Tottenham were all over us, really were. They got at us and we just could not deal with Son, Kane, Lucas. And as I said before, there could have been, let's be honest, 4, 5, 6-0 up. And that's no joke, there really should have been. And going into it, Darlow, he was forced into a double save from a free kick. And then from that free kick, Harry Kane, for me, he should either chip the keeper there or he just tries to maybe put it at an angle and slot it past Darlow, but it's a great reaction save, and that's what we're in for in this match. 8 minutes in, another save by Carl Darlow. This time, he saves point blank from a Harry Kane header. Again, slack defending, just sitting back off Tottenham, and Kane would know what he's about. He should put that in the back of the net. And then on 24 minutes, because we kept sitting back, Tottenham did take the lead through Lucas. And I have to say, it's a poor goal to concede. On that left-hand side, you look at Hayden, right? Why is he not getting close to Harry Kane? For me, you've got to get closer. You've got to put the tackle in. And Kane is allowed to, put that ball across the box. What's Jamal Lascelles doing? What's Fernandez doing? And first and foremost, what is Matt Ritchie doing? Not picking up Lucas, and he just slides it in. And it's 1-0 to Spurs. He'll not score an easier goal in his career, and it's what we deserve. We were all over the place and we got punished, and I'm thinking to myself at that point, really we should be 2 or 3-0 down. We've been absolutely horrendous in this first half. There's no organisation and Spurs fully deserve to take the lead. Then Kane also has another chance from outside the box from a corner. Darlow saves again off the hook. We're being let off time and time again because of the slack defending. Son, he hits the left-hand post from outside the box. He gets a free effort in. Darlow's beating all ends up. And Spurs, again, should be doubling their advantage. And then Son also hits the crossbar on 41 minutes from outside the box. It was a great effort. Again, nobody's picking him up. And he's just got a free shot. And he hits the crossbar. If that bounces in, then 2-0, game over. And then John Joe Shelby, he gets a silly yellow card. Just losing his head, and it's a daft one to give away because, let's be honest, the Spurs at that point aren't going anywhere in the game. That's the 43rd minute. And then just going into stoppage time in the first half, John Joe Shelby, he has a shot from outside the box when Matt Ritchie, he crosses it in from the left-hand side. And let's be honest, he's very, very unlucky. He catches it really sweetly and it just beats the left-hand post, and 9 times out of 10 that could go in the back of the net. So I think we're very unlucky there, but we didn't create anything of note in that first half. We didn't even get a shot on target throughout the whole game. And I'll talk about we're only shot on target at the very end of this match. Going into the second half, there was a VAR check for a Matt Ritchie effort from outside the box. As he shot, the Spurs defender was adjudged to have handled inside the box. VAR checked it, his hands were down, and it's the correct decision. It's still 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. Joe Linton gets a daft yellow card as well for bringing down his man. Let's be honest, he doesn't need to grab him. He just needs to let him run, and the defence need to do their job and get back into shape and defend. It's another daft, yellow card to receive. On 68 minutes, Matt Ritchie is taken off for Jamal Lewis. I'm surprised that Jamal Lewis even started this game or even had any sort of impact in the match with his eye injury. Let's be honest, with that eye injury, he should be out for a while, trying to recover. And I was just surprised he was even on the bench. So he come on, and then he also made some more changes. Jeff Hendrick, he come off for Jacob Murphy. As said before, I don't know what Hendrick offers to the side. He's not really that sort of player that's going to attack as much as what the likes of Jacob Murphy would do. Jacob Murphy, I think he's very unlucky to have only got, 20 minutes. He should have got a little bit longer. I think he should have started the game, in my personal opinion. And then Mickey was also taken off for Andy Carroll on 76 minutes. Mickey, for me, didn't have his best game. He had a shot which went, I wouldn't even say wide. It could have went outside the ground, past the corner flag. So Andy Carroll come on just to bring a bit more of a threat, if you want to say that. Carroll's height and all that, and it was proven to be a nightmare for Tottenham because they conceded towards the end. On 88 minutes, Davies and Højbjerg, they both collided with each other, and there was a call for a penalty for us, which was turned away, which I have to agree with. Yes, they collided, but Eric Dyer, again, didn't see the ball coming, and yeah, they get away with it, Tottenham, and that's where the troubles come. Isaac Hayden got a daft yellow card on 89 minutes, and then on 94 minutes, we get a free kick. The ball goes into the box. Carroll heads down, and Dyer, it comes off his frailing arm. When I was looking at it, it looked a bit harsh, but then that's the letter of the law. If it comes off your hand in the penalty box, if your arm's like that, then for me, that's a penalty. And listen, we haven't deserved it. We haven't deserved anything from the game. But if you stick in there, only being 1-0 down, you will get a chance like that. And we're very, very fortunate. But we dispatched the penalty in the bottom left-hand corner, and Callum Wilson gets the equaliser for the TOON, and we get a 1-1 draw with Mourinho being very disappointed. Listen, we didn't play very well. Tottenham, you completely dominated us. You played us off the park. But football is a game of chances. You've got to put your balls in the back of the net with the quality that you've got. We were at 6s and 7s throughout that whole game, and I don't know how you weren't out of sight in that first half. We were absolutely shocking. I was nervous going into the game, and you can see why, just by the way which was seat deep. We didn't even register a shot on target until the penalty which went in. And again, that's embarrassing. I don't say the performance was much better than Brighton, if I'm being brutally honest, but I'm satisfied that we've walked away with a point. It's confidence for the Newport game on Wednesday. It's confidence for the Burnley game. For me, that's a must-win game. My man of the match has to be Caldalo. He kept us in that game. If he didn't have a 10 out of 10 performance, then listen, we're out of sight in that first half an hour. I just don't get how Tottenham didn't put them balls in. Harry Kane's son, very, very wasteful on the attack this afternoon, and that's what happens. You get punished, and you just got to stick in there, and that's exactly what we've done. Listen, yes, as I said before, we didn't deserve to get a point out of the game, but I'll take it if it's going to keep the confidence up because of what happened against Morecambe in midweek after beating them 7-0. I'm breathing a sigh of relief that we've come out with Spurs with something. We're still unbeaten at the new White Hart Lane and White Hart Lane in general. Joe Linton, I thought, played okay. Didn't play his best game, but he looked as if he wanted to try and make an impact. I thought there was too many poor performances out there today. You see the likes of Isaac Hayden for the goal which Spurs scored. He should get closer. Wilson was isolated until he got that pen. But listen, he wasn't the same in that performance because the rest of them didn't really do much. John Joe, again, didn't really do a great deal. Lascelles and Fernandez all over the place. But somehow we come away with an equaliser. We come away with a 1-1 draw. And Carroll uses his experience there at the very end to head off Eric Dyer and we'll get a penalty. And, Mourinho's distraught, but that's life. I'll be disappointed if I was a Spurs fan watching that. You've dominated for the full 94 minutes, and that's what can happen. It's football. But listen, I'll happy take it, and we'll move on. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'm trying to get to 3,400 subscribers. I'm less than 60 away now, so if you can help us out just by pressing that subscribe button down there. Also press that notification bell so you're notified for videos that I release. And also let me know your reaction from the match. Like, where do you think we need to improve for the next game? And let me know who your man of the match was. Was it Carl Darlow or was it somebody else? And if you're a Spurs fan watching, what went wrong? So anyway, don't forget to hit that like button. Put your comments down below. Follow me on social media. TOON Army TV. That's been your match review. Yes, it's a relieved Sharky. It has to be said. I'm so relieved that we haven't managed to come out with an embarrassing defeat, and we've somehow got a draw. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you all later. Keep it tuned.